So we are starting our Ninja 15-in-1 30-day series, and I thought for recipes to start with that we should do some basic 1-ingredient recipes so that you can get used to using your Ninja 15-in-1. Sausages! Who doesn't love sausages, hey? And you can use different settings for sausages. You can do grill, you could do steam air fry, though I wouldn't recommend it because they won't go nice and crispy. And you can also use air fry. Let's get these sausages on, shall we? And I mean, these are lovely thick sausages, so they're perfect. And then the reason why you would grill is because you're nearer to the air vents. So we're going to pop the lid down and we can get them on. So you want to turn on your Ninja Foodi. Next to the air fryer is the grill, which is what we're using in this. So you're looking for 240 Celsius, which is 465 Fahrenheit. And then for a cook time for these sausages, we're going with 8 minutes, and then press start. Oh, look at those. When you first got a multi-cooker, it's so hard understanding the times and temps and getting the food spot on and cooked perfectly. That's why we've made for you the multi-cooker cooking guide. It features all the main functions of the multi-cooker, from dehydrate to grill to steam roast to steam air fry, pressure cooking, and of course simple everyday air frying. It's perfect for lots of different types of multi-cookers, from Instant Pot users to Ninja Foodi users, Ninja Speedy, air fryer. Even if you've got a flex straw, it's just perfect for so many of them. You'll find the link below in the description, and you can pre-order it now. And now let's get back to the video. And as promised, today is the bacon. I've got a pack of bacon on the go that I've just grabbed from the fridge, and it's perfect for just showing you how easy it is to cook bacon using your new kitchen gadget. And of course, time and temp is coming from the multi-cooker cooking guide. So that's one slice. This is number 2. And would you believe it, I have exactly 3 slices of bacon left in my pack. And you are looking for the grill setting, which will automatically set to 240 Celsius, that's 465 Fahrenheit, and then for a cook time you just want to move it down there to 6 minutes and then press start. Oh wow, look at that. Now that is what you call grilled bacon. I can't believe how good that looks. Oh wow, look at that. Look at that bacon. Doesn't that bacon look fantastic? And that of course is how easy it is to do bacon. I've got some salmon fillets here, skin on, but we've been teaching you using this a lot lately, but we're changing it up today because we're using the rack. So what you want to do is you want to fold it over so it fits the size of your top layer. So like that is just perfect. Salmon out of his packet, like I said, ours is skin on, so what happens is the skin always sticks to these air fryer baskets and whatnot. That's why I prefer skin off. So I'm just going to give my hands a quick wipe. So then, as you can see, that's the height of it in there, so it's perfect for this. So I've got a little bit of olive oil left in this bottle, a little bit of olive oil, some salt, and then pepper as well. And then what I've also got here, oh, this is yummy. This is a salmon rub that I picked up from Trader Joe's when I was in the US. And then once you've finished adding your seasonings, we can get it on. Lid down. So for the salmon, we're looking for the air fryer setting. And then you're looking for a temperature of 180 Celsius, that's 360 Fahrenheit, time of 10 minutes, and then press start. Oh, look at that salmon. Doesn't that salmon look amazing? So a great way to grab it is to grab a tea towel, and then you can just grab it by the side of its handles like that. So that's your salmon, and it's still on the foil, so you can just remove it from the foil like that. carefully do it because you don't want to burn yourself, and that's just how amazing it looks. So grab a fork, and I can just show you now just how lovely and flaky the salmon is. Oh, I mean, look at that. Doesn't that look fantastic? So next we're going to show you how to do a chicken breast, and it's just so easy to cook chicken breast, just like with the salmon and with the sausages and the bacon. Chicken breast is just so simple, and just like with salmon, you can season it however you want and it just cooks so quick. So you want to start by drizzling on the chicken your olive oil. I'm just using the last bit I've got here in a bottle. So we've got some rock salt, then add in some pepper, and then last but not least, let's get this green goddess out. Oh, I just love the colouring on it as well, it's so beautiful. And then once you've given it a good sprinkling, you want to turn it over. Doesn't that chicken look fantastic? So pop them in. I'm going to need another hand wash in a second. You want to get it to the air fryer setting, which is already on. And then you want to go down to 180 Celsius, that's 360 Fahrenheit, and we're going with a cook time of 25 minutes. Oh wow, doesn't that chicken look amazing? Oh wow, look at that for chicken. So let's chop into it, shall we? Oh wow, look at that chicken, doesn't it look fantastic? Today is one of my favourite, and it is steam roasting some baked potatoes. I'm only doing 4 here. I think I have 5 in this pack. And of course you can start by forking your potatoes like you would if you were doing them in the microwave or in the oven. It's just a similar method. So once you've done that, olive oil. I don't have much left in this bottle, so I'm just going to use it all. And then plenty of salt. Rock salt flakes are brilliant on your jacket potatoes. And then once you've done all that, it's just rolling it all around on the plate. So you're getting the salt and you're getting the olive oil. I've got my water, so let's get started, shall we? So we're going with 1.5 cups here, which is 360 ml. Add in your air fry basket, and then pop your potatoes in. The steam roast setting, which is in the middle section here where you've got all the steam ones, and steam roast. And you're looking for a temperature of 180 Celsius, that's 360 Fahrenheit, and a cook time of 40 minutes, and then press start. Oh, and then look at that, doesn't that look fabulous? Oh, it's just so nice. How to steam broccoli. And then you can steam using the air fry basket. And then what you need to get started is you need 1 cup of liquid going into your cooking pot. And then add in whatever you're using to cook it in. And then add in your broccoli. And then we're going to add a seasoning of salt. And then we can get them on. So lid down. Going across to steam, and then it'll automatically go for 10 minutes, and then press start. Oh, look at that. Broccoli! Just check it out. Look at that for broccoli. Doesn't it look fantastic? If you want it just fork tender, then 10 minutes is the sweet spot in the 15-in-1. As you can see there, I mean, doesn't that broccoli look amazing? And it's just perfect then for seasoning it however you want and having it for dinner. When you first got a multi-cooker, it's so hard understanding the times and temps and getting the food spot on and cooked perfectly. That's why we've made for you the multi-cooker cooking guide. It features all the main functions of the multi-cooker, from dehydrate to grill to steam roast to steam air fry, pressure cooking, and of course simple everyday air frying. It's perfect for lots of different types of multi-cookers, from Instant Pot users to Ninja Foodi users, Ninja Speedy, air fryer. Even if you've got a flex straw, it's just perfect for so many of them. You'll find the link below in the description, and you can pre-order it now. And now let's get back to the video. You can use your 15-in-1 to cook your broccoli and cauliflower from frozen. So I'll pop that in first. So pop it in. You can do as little or as much as you want. And you want to be looking for steam. So to start with, to just steam vegetables, you're looking for a 4-minute cook time here, and then press start. Oh, and wow, that is a lot of steam. So I always go by the fork test. Can I get a fork through it? Oh, yes I can. Look at that broccoli. Doesn't it look so beautiful in colour? Oh, I just want you to see the colour of them. Sometimes when they're sat in the cooking pot, you can't see how amazing they look as much. Wow, look at that. Doesn't that look fantastic? So pop in your cup, which again is about 240 ml of water, or you can use stock if you prefer. So to prove that not all bags are equal, we've got more cauliflower in this one, yet in the other one there's more broccoli. And then lid down. And to do the alternative, so to steam air fry your veg instead, well, you've been on the steam section, so now you go to the middle, which is called the combi steam, and you're looking for steam air fry, and you're looking for a temperature of 180 Celsius, that's 360 Fahrenheit, and a cook time of 15 minutes, and then press start. I feel like when you cook broccoli on its own using the air fryer setting, it just doesn't do a very good job. Look at that. Cauliflower and broccoli. Oh, doesn't that look beautiful? So let me give you a closer look up, shall I? So that's what the broccoli looks like. I love the crispy texture it does. Homemade granola. So we're going to start with porridge oats. In they go. Pumpkin seeds. Sunflower seeds. Seasoning, a heaped tablespoon of apple sauce, as you can see, autumn seasoning going on here. A couple of teaspoons worth of vanilla, maple syrup, tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. So now give it a good stir. You can also use jam in the place of applesauce if you prefer. So I've given it a good mix. Now I'm going to give it its first cook time. So lid down. So you're looking for the air fry button, which we are already set to. And you're looking for a temperature of 180 Celsius, that's 360 Fahrenheit. And then a cook time of 6 minutes. And then press start. Wow! The thing is, what the air fryer is doing is it's toasting it for you, and it just... You can hear it already, it's just coming along lovely. So add in your cranberries, raisins, coconut flakes. These are quite large flakes, so we recommend chopping them up a bit and then popping them in. Give it a quick stir. So pop the lid back down again. Extra 2 minutes. On air fry at 180, and I wouldn't put these ingredients in sooner because otherwise they'll end up a bit overcooked. And then press start. Oh wow, I can smell that. That smells really good. Got myself my bowl of yogurt all ready to go. And then pop some granola over your yogurt. Oh my. I'm going to show you how to cook a gammon on the probe using the 15-in-1. Pour in your liquid, add your air fryer basket back in, so unpack your gammon, and then ours is your smaller 750 gram one, so that's how your gammon will look once it's unpacked. And now I'm going to show you how to attach the probe. And then that is the probe that goes to one side, and instead you put this part of it in And then that's your probe stick, and you want to put it into the thickest part of the meat. So we've gone right in the middle there, as you can see on the gammon. And now it's ready for setting the time and temp. And then you're looking for steam roast, which is in the middle section. And then you're looking to press manual and then press start. And wow, that's got some lovely colour to it. I tell you, it is so noisy when you're doing this. You can use any honey, of course. And then last but not least, you want some mustard. And then you can have it as mustardy as you want. You can also add in some garlic if you prefer. So you don't want to be long because you don't want it to lose temperature. So start adding it in. Let the steam go a bit. You will have a fair bit of steam, and that is because we've cooked on steam roast. Grab your air fryer basket out. Get some foil out. Oh, and it's got that lovely layer of honey as well. So let's open it up, shall we? Oh wow, look at that beauty. Doesn't it look lovely? And now we can slice into it and I can show you what it's like. Oh, and look at that. Doesn't that ham look absolutely amazing? How to cook pork with crackling on the probe. So, oh, a lot of juice in there. I'm just going to get rid of that. It's literally to pat it dry. So you can see it's already been scored, so I don't need to score it. So, spray of olive oil, because it's the easiest way to get the oil on and not adding too much, and then just massage the oil into it. So I'm adding quite a bit here. Coarse sea salt, rock salt, any of those do an amazing job. And then a little bit of your dried herbs as well, for whichever you're using. And then that's all you do on that side, and then you would flip it over to do the other side. We are steam roasting, so that means you need 1.5 cups of liquid in the bottom. That's 1 cup, half a cup. So pop that in and do it that way. This helps with the crackling, but it also helps the salt stick to it if you want that perfect crackling. So let me just rub that on with my hands. So coarse salt is so much nicer when you're doing pork and crackling. So then once you've done all that and got the salt off your hands, you can pop it on. I'm patiently waiting for it to hit 75. As you can see, we're on 74. We've been going 73, 74, and it keeps flicking between the two. So we can't be long now until we're done. And there you have it. We've beeped. Oh my word. That crackling looks amazing. So twist that probe off. So you can grab it like that instead. Oh, can I just show you that again? Doesn't that crackling look amazing? Onto the foil it goes. And then you just want to give it a tight wrap in the foil. Oh, I'm excited to get in here. And then the most important thing to do now is to admire that crackling again. I just think it's lovely. Look at that pork. Doesn't it look gorgeous? To get the string off. Oh, there. And it's off. It's so hard to get it off around by the crackling. So then you can trim off the crackling first because it makes it so much easier. Oh yes, look at that. Oh, this is seriously juicy pork. Make sure your fingers don't slip because when it's this juicy, it's hard for them not to. Look at that for a slice of pork. Oh, it looks amazing and I can't wait. One thing I've been asked a lot is, will I steam roast a whole chicken on the probe? So, shall we get started? Some extra virgin olive oil, oregano. You can adjust this so that if you're rubbing it on the chicken and you're thinking, oh well actually I could do with some more, then you can adjust. So you've got your salt, you've got your pepper, you've got your oregano. Oh, a lot of juice there. Let's put all that to one side. Pop your chicken on And then we can prep it. Turn over your chicken and you'll notice it's already getting that lovely mixture at the bottom. Don't be shy, don't forget about your drummers. So I'm just adding the water now. Got 1 cup, 1.5. We're popping in air fry basket like you can see there. So grab your chicken, like I said, and make sure your breast side up. And then push it right down. Remember, we've got an XL there, so it's a bigger chicken than you would regularly do in here. So make sure it's in a great position, and then it's time to get the lid down and we can start cooking under the probe. You need to make sure that wire's in a suitable place, and then turn it on. So it's just started its count up now, so that means it's finished with its preheating. And it's always interesting what degree it starts on. Well, this is starting on 8 degrees, and as you know, look, 7 to 8, and it's got to climb all the way up to 75, so I can leave it to it now and come back to it when it beeps. And we've beeped! So, should we open up the lid and check on the chicken? Right, up it pops. So, can you believe that? That is steam roast. Round the edge, like that. And then you can also use what's left in the bottom as a stock for something else, and then you can grab it out like this. Fork method. You get the fork into the cavity and you hold it up like that, and then knife and fork at the ready. Let me slice into it and I'll show you how amazing the chicken is. It is so tender. It's unbelievable how tender chicken is when you're cooking it using the steam roast. We are talking about pork belly. So you want to add your slices. Don't be shy, plenty of salt on there. And then some pepper, soy sauce. Same again with your rice vinegar, some ginger and some garlic. Give it a mix with your hands and then pop them back into position and then pop it in. If you look close up, you can see where the liquid is to where the pork is, and that's the perfect quantity. Steam bake. And then for temperature, you want to take it all the way up to 160 Celsius, that's 320 Fahrenheit, of half an hour, and then press start. And then you can lift up the lid, but no, we are going to steam a lot. Oh yes, we've got a good steam on us. Oh, the steam went quick that time. So as you can see, you've got a build up around here. It's just the spit as it's cooking. So get underneath with your tongs. Oh, this is so good. It's fall apart. So for liquid in the bottom, there's really not that much in there. So grab yourself a tea towel or whatever you've got, and we're going to remove the liquid from in the cooking pot. And then for reference, that's how much we've been left with. And then you want to add a little bit of olive oil. So then knives and forks work better because it's quite hot. I'm doing oyster here, but you could also do the same with some hot honey. Add them all in. Give them a really good mix round. A bit more salt, a bit more pepper. And then we're also adding in some extra ginger, lemongrass paste, and then another stir. And then squeeze it in. Look at that, doesn't that look fantastic? And I've often been asked about chips in the Ninja Foodi using the steam air fryer button. So, potatoes into the bowl. It's amazing how much you can get out of a pound of potatoes. Make sure that none of them are stuck together. And then we're going to add a good seasoning of salt, and then a sprinkling of pepper, And then a drizzle of olive oil. I've just got a little bit left in this bottle, so I'm going to have to get some out of another one. And then just get your hands in there. And then they're ready to go on. And then you want to add a little bit of a spray, because I found that steam air fried chips actually stick quite a bit. And then pop in your chips, spread them out. We're looking for steam air fry, 180 Celsius, that's 360 Fahrenheit, and then a cooking time of 22 minutes, and then press start. Oh yes, look at those. Don't they look like proper chips? There we go, that one just popped out and said, oh, show me off. I've been asked, since I've started showing you the probe videos, if you could actually probe a steak. Put some salt to the top of your steak. Any steak seasoning of choice, this is just what we prefer to use. You can use any you want. So sprinkle a bit onto the top. So then I'll grab your steak. That's our steak there. Gently pop it in. Pop that out. Remember, these cost a fortune to replace, so don't lose that. And then pop it in. And then for your steak, you're looking for about there to pop it in. And you want to set the temperature, depending on how you like your steak. We're setting ours to 50 Celsius. And then press start. And it will then beep when it hits your ideal internal temperature. So, lid up. Let me show you that steak. Oh, doesn't it look fantastic? Let's grab the fillet steak out, shall we? Just take a closer look at that steak. Doesn't it look fantastic? And I just look at the colour on that steak. Oh, wow. And there you have it. Steak cooked with the probe as well, which I think is brilliant. How to make a sausage casserole using your Ninja Foodi. And then once you've got your onions in, you can add in your sausages. And then a little drizzle with some olive oil. And then we can pop the lid down and do an air fry. You want to start on air fry. 180 Celsius, that's 360 Fahrenheit. A cook time of 15 minutes, and then press start. Oh yes, talk about colour on them sausages. So then, get peeling those carrots. So now we've done the carrots, you can do the tomatoes. We're using cherry tomatoes here, so you can keep them whole, or you can have some and then keep the rest whole. And then pop them in as well. Gives it a lovely flavour. I've also got some fresh parsley as well, so that can go in now. So 1 can in, 2 cans in. So stock ready, and you can pop it in now. So if you just pop it on like that, so it's just sat there on top waiting for its potato. And then you want to chop them up, ready for your mash. So grab yourself a little bit of butter that you can just pop on top, and it'll melt into the potatoes as it cooks. And then a quick wipe of the hands, and the lid's ready to go down, and we can pressure cook. So pop your lid down. So now let's get pressure cooking. So you want to transfer it all the way across to the pressure cook section. You're looking for high, you're looking for 10 minutes. And then you want to do the quick pressure release. What do you see here? You see a lot of the liquid over the potatoes, and you're thinking, hang on a minute, have all the potatoes landed in the sausage casserole? And they haven't, because you can still see it there. That is the steamer basket. And then we're going to go with the lift. And then pop them to one side. So just load up a load of peas in there. And then also some dried oregano. I've got some leftovers here in the jar of some mixed herbs. And then, because it's been under pressure, more salt, more pepper. And then I'm going to use a bit more of this fresh parsley. And then now you've added in your extras, you can give it a quick stir. Oh man, look at that. Doesn't that look beautiful already? So pop your lid down. So then to finish off your sausage casserole, I learnt this off a really amazing chef called Kim, and she loves to finish off on the bake just so that we can reduce it a bit, and it just finishes it off cooking nicely. And it's great for casseroles like a sausage one. So you want 180 Celsius, that's 360 Fahrenheit, press bake, and then you're looking for a 10-minute cook time, and then press start. Then of course, more salt, a bit of pepper, some fresh parsley, and oh, as you can tell from the way I'm touching this, it just mashes so easily. Then the last mix. Oh wow, look at that. Oh, look at that, doesn't that look beautiful? I'll show you how easy it is to cook a Ninja Foodi cottage pie. So I'm going to add that in next. Add in your vegetable stock, and we can take it off saute as well. So the first passata in, and then give it another stir. So I'm adding in some tomato puree, the carrots that we prepped earlier, and then give it a good stir. So pop it in. So you can go bigger than you normally would for mash because they're just so soft and tender. You barely mash them when you do them in the pressure cooker. Yep, all of them in with a little bit of butter so it can melt into the potatoes as they cook. And then the only bit of seasoning we're doing before pressure cooking is some salt on those potatoes. So pop your lid down to the pressure section, and you're looking for a quick pressure release, and then you want to take the cooking time down to 8 minutes and then press start. So slide it across so that you can open up the lid, and then that's your potatoes for your mash to one side. So a good portion of peas. At the same time, you might as well add a load of salt to your mashed potatoes as well. And then pepper into your cooking pot and pepper into your mash. Used any gravy granules or anything like that to thicken it up. This is just naturally how amazing it goes by using some passata and some wine. And you can get out your masher, but look at that, it's just, oh, the most amazing and quickest to make mash ever. Oh yes, look at that. And we are ready. I mean, doesn't that look fabulous? So first of all, you want to add your rice into your mesh strainer. And then pop on your tap. Don't just do one section. Keep shaking it because you want proper clear rice. Right, it is done and it's ready now to go into your pressure cooker. So, pop your rice in. So, 1 cup in and half a cup. So, give it a quick stir. So, a little drizzle there, and then just use your fingers. And we're going to do a delayed release. And you're looking for a main cooking time of 3 minutes. And then, on the delayed release, press this button here. This is the section you'll see now. You're looking for 10 minutes, and that means it will delay the release by 10 minutes, and it's still set to high for 3, and press start. Pop it in. Oh, I'm just so impressed. Oh, look at that. And I'm going to be showing you how to make a creamy chicken and rice casserole. So I'm going to pop that in first. Add in some honey. And then you can do 1 to 2 teaspoons of the mustard. And then add in some garlic puree as well. Or you can chop yourself a couple of cloves of garlic if you prefer. Mix that in as well. And then I've also got some parsley that Dom's prepped for me. So I'm just going to add in. Oh wow, doesn't that have a lovely colour to it already? Any bits that are at the bottom, and then we can get sliced. Oh, and there's a good portion of lemon there. So then slice each one in half and then give them a really good mix with your hands. And then that is ready to set aside for marinating in the fridge. You can just wrap it in some cling film or plastic wrap and then come back to it later. So grab your onion and chop it however you like your onions. So there's the onion chopped. Then press the start on the saute. Add in a drizzle. Add in all the onion. And then just give it a stir. And then add in your stock. So this is the rice that Dom's already rinsed. Always make sure you rinse the rice. So pop in your rice. And then carefully place your chicken thighs on top. To the pressure cook section. And we're going with a delayed release. So you want high pressure, 3 minutes. And then click on delayed release, which is in the top left. And you want to set that to 10 minutes, and that'll mean it'll cook for 3, and then it'll be keeping it warm for another 10, and then press start. And then you want to slide it all the way across to release the lid. The steam has gone, so shall we take a look? Bit of pepper, that's how much of it you like, of course, and give it a squeeze in the cooking pot. So grab my favourite wooden spoon and pop the spoon in there. So once you've given it a good quick stir, then you can plate some up. And then of course add some parsley on top and you're sorted. I'm going to show you a master recipe for doing an orzo, which is just like a risotto but made with orzo pasta instead. Onion in, got one, some extra virgin olive oil is going in there as well. We have the sizzle, so just keep stirring. So I'm popping it in now, give it a stir. So just grab yourself some frozen garlic. And you're looking for the delayed release. And you want to set it for high pressure, 3 minutes. And then remember, you need to set how long you want your delayed release to be, which is 10 minutes, and then press start. Oh, look at that. And doesn't it have that lovely resemblance? And then you can just pop it on top of whatever you're cooking like that. So this is some butternut squash that I already had diced up. And then add a drizzle, salt, seasoning of pepper, butternut squash to go on top. Wow, doesn't it look fantastic already? Pop it up. And you've still got your delicious orzo in. Add them on top like this, and then you can get it back on. So pop your lid down, and then I'm just going to give them a little bit longer on the other side and give it a stir, and then back on for another minute and a bit. Wow, look at that. Doesn't that look fantastic? There's chopped for chips. I mean, look at the sizes of those. Grab your chips and start popping them all into the cooking pot. So there you go, that is your potatoes ready. Pepper. And then I'm going to use some oregano on these as well. And look at those, don't they look fantastic? So pop it across to air fry, and then you're looking for a temperature, height, a cook time of 20 minutes, and then press start. So as you can see, they get into nice colour. They don't really stick to the bottom because we've got the oil that's come off a bit. So closer up on the chips, this is what they look like now. It's just over 1.5 pounds, there's 750 grams there. A good seasoning of salt, some pepper, easy to make, a bit of oregano, some grated cheese that I had, some fresh parsley, and a good dollar. Get your hands in. And there's what is your favourite. When you press them down, they do go a lot like smash burgers. If you look there, there you go. That is your 6 burgers ready. And then we're going to pop the lid down and we're going to start cooking them. So to get the burgers going, we're looking for the grill setting, which is just under air fry. And you're looking for 240 Celsius, that's 465 Fahrenheit, a cook time of 8 minutes, and then press start. Oh wow, don't they look brilliant? So you've got burger, you've got chips, you've got mayo, you've got lettuce and everything in your burger. Doesn't that look fab? When you first got a multi-cooker, it's so hard understanding the times and temps and getting the food spot on and cooked perfectly. That's why we've made for you the multi-cooker cooking guide. It features all the main functions of the multi-cooker, from dehydrate to grill to steam roast to steam air fry, pressure cooking, and of course simple everyday air frying. It's perfect for lots of different types of multi-cookers, from Instant Pot users to Ninja Foodi users, Ninja Speedy, air fryer. Even if you've got a flex straw, it's just perfect for so many of them. You'll find the link below in the description and you can pre-order it now. And now let's get back to the video. I'm showing you how to steam roast potatoes. I know, quite a mouthful that, isn't it? So, like I said, start by peeling your potatoes. Oh, red potatoes, you are the best. Ready now to be chopped in half, and I'm going to put the peelings to one side. So, what size roast potatoes do you like? Now, that's the question. So there, you have them there of various sizes, and now they're ready to go in the jug. The potatoes are all in. Right, we want a good drizzle with some extra virgin olive oil. We're adding salt. Let's add lots of salt. Then let's add some pepper. I've got some fresh parsley here. And then because it's so nice with roast potatoes, let's add in some thyme. Oh, so look at those beauties. Don't they look amazing? So if you want to add that in first, and then pop in your potatoes, and then pop the lid down. Steam roast, 180 Celsius, that's 360 Fahrenheit, and a cooking time of 25 minutes, and then press start. Oh, look at those, don't they look fantastic already? Have we got a fork tender? Yes, I can fit the fork really well into these, like you see there. And last but not least, but oh yes, look at those for roast potatoes. Don't they look fantastic? Using a slow cooker function of the Ninja Foodi 15-in-1, how to make a delicious beef burgundy, or just as you might call it, a beef casserole. So I'm going to start with some potatoes. So whatever size you prefer in your casserole. And then just start adding them to your main bowl. And then after your potatoes, of course, you can do your carrots. And then shallots in. And then pop the garlic in as well. And then there you have it. That is your prep. So pop it all in. Just add a little bit. And then add a generous seasoning. And then we're going to wait for the sizzle. And can you hear that? We now have the sizzle. So now we can stir the beef a bit and continue getting it browned on all sides. So then, give it a good stir, and you can see now that this meat is perfectly browned. And then that's how much meat there is there. Isn't that a brilliant amount? Pop it all in. I'm going to add a generous seasoning of salt, some pepper, some fresh parsley. We've got some fennel seeds as well, oregano. Add in your passata. So you want to pop that in as well. So that's first cup. So now we've added everything in. Let's give it a stir before we add the beef in. So pop it all in. Wow, look at that pot full. And then it automatically does 6 hours on high, so we can keep it like that, and then you can check on it when you're hitting the 5 hour point. So bread knife are ready. We can get the bread all chopped and then we can put it to one side. That's the kind of size I've gone with. Into whatever bakeware or whatever you want to use. I've always got some small casserole dishes, so I've got quite a bit there. Then you want to add in some frozen garlic. So we're going to add in some frozen peas. And then give it a stir. And then you just want to pop it in the butter. So we're adding the butter and the garlic. You're looking for the bake setting and you want to take it all the way down to 120 Celsius, which is 250 Fahrenheit, and then a cooking time of 4 minutes, and then press start. Look at that, melted butter arrows, hey? And then add in as much parsley as you like. Give it a good stir and then just brush it over your bread like this. It's easier when you haven't got the rack in there. So pop your lid back down. 170 Celsius, 340 Fahrenheit, and a cook time of 3 minutes, and then press start. Oh wow, look at that. Doesn't that look fantastic? Oh, it smells so good. And this beef is so pull apart. It's just amazing. And I just love how rich and creamy this goes. I'm going to show you how to prove bread. A bit of salt, a little bit of pepper as well, and then you can add in the butter. And then what you want to do is you want to rub the fat into the flour. Right, I'm happy with that now. So next you want to add your yeast into the bowl. A tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. And then last but not least, let's add in the milk, which we've just warmed for about 20 seconds in the microwave. But note that will vary depending on the type of microwave you've got and the wattage. I'm gonna get my wooden spoon in here, but you can just go by hand straight away. And then you can get your hands in and get working your dough. Then flour your worktop. Oh, this bread dough is amazing. Stretch it like that, as far as it will go. Oh, look at that for dough. That'll look amazing. Isn't that lovely? And then pop it in like that, and then pop it in. So remember, you can rearrange them, so if some feel like they're too close together and you want some more space, then you can. So I'm going to start with a little gap there. Lid down. 35 Celsius, which is 95 Fahrenheit, and you're looking for a approved time of an hour. And we've found that an hour is absolutely spot on when we've done them before. So let's see if an hour is correct. And then press start. 1, 2, 3. Wow, look at those. Don't they look amazing? Delicious pull apart bread rolls. So just add that in the bottom. Make sure it's cold water. So the beauty of it is, once it's done, you'll be able to pull it out by its paper liner like that, and it'll make it so much easier. So just pop it in like that. Steam bread. If your machine doesn't have a steam bread, you can swap it for steam bake. And you're looking for a temperature of 180 Celsius, that's 360 Fahrenheit, and a cook time of 13 minutes, and then press start. Pop the lid up. Oh yes, look at those. Don't they look golden and delicious? So we're doing lemon drizzle loaves. We've baked. So I never get bored of showing off melted butter, and I'm just going to use this to measure out some olive oil. So there's the olive oil. A little bit of vanilla, depending on how much of it you like. Next, add in a couple of eggs. And then we've got a good amount of zest there. I've got quite a lot here, so I'm just going to move this bit of the lemon juice in so that I don't spill it. But oh, look at that. There's now lots of lemon juice there. So pour it all in. And then stir in your melted butter. I've already weighed it all out here. And then pop in your flour. And then just keep mixing. You've got lemon drizzle cake batter. Isn't that amazing? And then you want to pour them in. The lemon drizzle cake that you've already made the batter of needs to go in. And you're looking for steam bake. And then you want to take the temperature up to 180 Celsius, that's 360 Fahrenheit. And the cooking time to 20 minutes, and then press start. Then remove your foil. And then this is what your lemon drizzle cake looks like. Oh, doesn't that look brilliant? So I've got them out. Oh, I still can't believe how good they look. So start by adding your icing sugar into your jug. And then as well as that, about 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. And then just pour it in. So you can use a wooden spoon and then just smear it about. And then of course you can finish with some more lemon zest over the top of it. And then zest the top of your second one. I think they both look amazing. And you can just slice into it and serve, and it's just amazing. So for today's daily video, we're talking about the vegetables. So, bit of salt, bit of pepper, dried rosemary there as well, a little bit of freshly chopped parsley, and then last but not least, I love some butter. And then wrap it up, and you've made yourself a veggie packet. So add this in. So that's how you put the foil in when it's just wrapped in foil. So you want it to go there, and then you can wrap the foil under and just feel to make sure it's secure in place. Oh, that's not going anywhere now. So then once you've added your foil layer and you've secured it in place, you can add some veg on top of it. But these are all different vegetables that you kind of see in speed meals. So if you can see how they cook, then you can have an idea of them. Green beans is probably the most famous though. And you want steam meals. You want 180 Celsius, that's 360 Fahrenheit. A cook time of 10 minutes, and then press start. Oh, we've got a little bit of steam. Remember, it is part of a steam meal setting. If we take it out, the top layer, I can get it out and I can give you a closer look. So then you can see there what the veg actually looks like. So can you believe that for a difference from the middle layer to, better not burn myself here, to the top layer. I mean, it's just so different. The next part in our 3-part series, where we separate a steam meal and we show you the different components that come together to make one. So grab a bag of miniature potatoes, baby, whatever you want to call them. So you want to pour that in. You can season it a bit if you want to. So in goes some fresh parsley, a bit of pepper, a bit of salt. So let's pop your lid down. We found that the ideal temperature is 180 Celsius, that's 360 Fahrenheit. And for this steam meal, 10 minutes, and then press start. It will then start preheating before it starts its countdown. So pop it open, and yes, you will get a fair bit of steam to begin with. Oh, look at those beauties, don't they look lovely? Fork tender baby potatoes using the steam option. So that's 1 cup of sushi rice to 1.5 cups of water, or you can swap this for veggie stock. And then lid down. Are you ready for this? Oh wow, look at that. Let me show you a closer up of it. Oh, look at that for rice. Doesn't that look fantastic? But what about the protein? 1.5 cups, which is about 360 ml. And then this is the position that we're going to have the rack in. Let's add a good sprinkling of salt. That's the salt and pepper. I'm going to add a little drizzle here. So add in as much or as little as you want. I'm going with quite a bit here. Anyway, let's get it seasoned, shall we? Oh wow, look at those. Don't they look fab? Let me show you one close up. So then, pop them in and they're ready to go on now. So I want to adjust the temperature down to 180 Celsius, that's 360 Fahrenheit, a cooking time of 10 minutes, and then press start. So, let's pop the lid up, and you have a lovely chicken breast. Oh, I mean, isn't that amazing just how quick that was? Kind of bring it together like that, and then grab it, and it's out. Let me show you how juicy this chicken breast is. It's just amazing cooked like this. And then same again for your second breast. Just look at that for how juicy that chicken breast is. We're now going to bring it all together into a one pot and we're going to cook it all, and it's all going to be ready at the same time. Let's lift up the lid. So pour it in and then grab your baby potatoes, and you can add those in as well. You want to season them with some salt, and then make sure they're all poked in the water. Yep. A little bit of butter on top, so the butter will melt into the potatoes as it steams. I've also got some leftover parsley here, so we can add some parsley to the potatoes. Here's my foil. Then onto your chopping board. Add your vegetables. Add in some softened butter. Bit of salt, a little bit of Chinese 5 spice, back to the rack, pop that in, back in it goes, and then with the chicken breast, bit of pepper, as much or as little Chinese spice as you want, so I'm going to just add a little bit more, a drizzle of olive oil. You have a look now, they look fab. And now it's ready to go on. I've just got raw chicken hands, so I'm just going to give my hands a good wash first. And then pop the lid down. So I want to adjust the temperature down to 180 Celsius, that's 360 Fahrenheit, a cooking time of 10 minutes, and then press start. So open the lid up, and you'll get a little bit of steam, but it won't be too bad because most of the liquid, if not all, will be absorbed by now. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, look at that one. So let's get some of those potatoes out, shall we, as well? This is how I served them up during the summer. Oh, wow, look at that. Doesn't that look fantastic? So, as you can see, you have got your chicken breast that you cooked, and they were cooked up top. Then you've got your middle layer, which is your baby corn and your mange too, and then you've got your potatoes, and it's just brilliant for a dinner. I am doing another steam meal where I've just chose ingredients from random in the fridge, and I'm showing you how to bring them together into a steam meal. So the boneless and skinless, just add in a little bit of olive oil there, a little bit of pepper as well. And then for seasonings, I've also got some oregano, but any dried seasoning will work well. You can also marinate these in advance if you'd rather. That plate can go to one side. So for the bottom layer, I'm going to do some sweet potatoes. So that's the first one done. Or you can use vegetable stock depending on what you prefer. And then you want some salt. And then we're going to use the rack. And then I've just got a bunch of asparagus here. Then we need some foil. And then I'm adding a little bit of garlic powder. Again, some oregano. And then I've got some butter here. And then don't forget, we've already prepared the chicken, so this can go straight onto the foil. So everything's in now, so we just can put the lid down and set the time and temp. So I want to adjust the temperature down to 180 Celsius, that's 360 Fahrenheit, a cooking time of 10 minutes, and then press start. And you might get a bit of steam, but it's not really too bad. And then you've got your chicken thighs at top, remember? And then let's check the sweet potatoes. Oh, look at those, don't they look brilliant? Oh, wow, asparagus. Let me give you a close-up. Oh, that asparagus is beautiful. So grab your asparagus on your plate, depending on how much you want. And then you've got your asparagus, you've got your sweet potatoes. Oh, I mean, look at that. Doesn't that look fabulous? Oh, I'm in love. Thanks so much for watching our YouTube video. It feels so amazing that you've stuck around to the end. And of course, that must mean that you like our videos. So why not also follow us on social media? You can find us at the Kitchen Gadgets Club on Facebook and on Pinterest, TikTok. We're Kitchen Gadgets Club. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel for more great videos like this one. And you can also find us at kitchengadgetsclub.com, where we have a membership that shares brand new kitchen gadget recipes every week. And we also have lots of great ideas, resources, tips and tricks. And we are an ovenless kitchen, so we teach you exclusively how to cook with kitchen gadgets. And a ciao for now.